What is up, everybody? It's your boy Verse Steve here today, and we're gonna talk about the State of Play showcase, the aftermath of the situation. Almost a day has passed, the dust has settled. What are people thinking about that State of Play that happened yesterday? From my consensus, it seems like most people say the event was not great. Like, we got big YouTubers saying, "Man, the State of Play sucked." Jeff Keighley did a poll as well. The guy who hosts the Summer Games Fest and the Game Awards, he put out a poll, and the vast majority of people gave this show a rating or a D or below. Then the next run-up is a C score. So a lot of people didn't like this. Only a small minority of people, 5%, said they actually really enjoyed this State of Play showcase. But this is not a good look. It's like their fans have been begging for any type of content, any type of new reveals. They do finally show it, and it's not impressive whatsoever. It's like they showed a lot of hero shooters, showed VR titles, which I'm glad they only showed 2, but still, I think 2 is more than enough. Most people don't care about that genre of gaming. And a multi-plats. The only one game that people are talking about is a platformer, which look like it's just copied Nintendo's bread and butter formula with their like platformers. So it's like, other than that, the showcase was very mediocre. Even die-hard Sony fanboys are saying this is not good. Wasted my time, man. We're 4 years into this generation, and this is the S they have in store for us. Where is Lazy Dog? Where is Ghost of Tsushima 2? Where is Ben Steele's next game? I get a feeling that there will be no other showcase this year, and if that's the case, that's a huge L. Yeah. Some people are waiting on another showcase. They said the Sony was just hiding until their real showcase is revealed. It's like, oh boy, you guys are just a glutton for disappointment from PlayStation, it seems like. If this is what this showcase is supposed to do, show you the new games you're probably excited for as a PS5 owner. Now you're waiting on another showcase? It's like, that's not good right there. And so people did a compilation of these different YouTubers or Sony fanboys in general who reactions were to the showcase, and they were not happy as well. So the first one they showed was Dreamcast guy, and he was not happy. He couldn't even fake excitement. It's like, these Sony guys are not too happy about the state of PlayStation right now. It's kind of hilarious. Like, this is the market leader, but they're really doing nothing for their fan base. So it's just sad. But let's play the clip and watch this hilarity ensue.
I just finished watching the new PlayStation State of Play, and I'm pretty disappointed.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. I feel that 100%.
Oh.
I'm excited too, man. I hope we get a better showing of Silent Hill 2.
Oh.
It was disappointing. Some of the trailers were confusingly bad.
Hey, people really want to see what the State of Play has to offer.
I was not a PlayStation guy back then.
Man, PlayStation fans are really wanting to see from the State of Play.
Like, typically when Sony is trying to announce something major like a new console or their big exclusives, they include that in a showcase.
Oh.
Lower your expectations, bro, because
I want to see the game. Like, that didn't do anything for me. I'm gonna be real with you. That did 0 for me. I need to see the gameplay.
I'm telling you, you going into this expecting the moon, you're not gonna get it.
It's just sad that their fan base cannot expect any good news. It's like, this is a weird relationship PlayStation has with its fans. The fans know that you shouldn't expect anything from PlayStation. Yet they support the brand so much that they got this PlayStation memorabilia, PlayStation accessories like hats. And it's just weird. If you know they're not going to deliver anything, why are you still a fan of PlayStation? Like, that's crazy to see that, hey, this event that you're excited for, just don't expect to see anything that's worthwhile there. No other industry can say that. Like, if they did like a Comic-Con presentation for like Marvel or DC, you would hear none of the fans say, hey, don't be too excited about the show. You know, it's just how Marvel, they don't really show anything for the fans. Like, nobody would say that. But with PlayStation, you know, it's just fine for them not to impress you too much because it's PlayStation. Like, that is a crazy reaction from that fan base right there.
Yeah, this isn't it for me though.
This gonna be mad stylish, and watch the actual game look mad generic or some shit.
Oh.
I will buy the Until Dawn remake if you don't make me play it.
If it's a live service.
What does that even mean? Gonna buy the remake to not play it? Like, whatever. Very bizarre takes right here.
This game, it's going to be day and date on PC.
And you know what'll be crazy? If we do get a showcase in September, we're going to get a new Astro game and maybe a showcase.
Just even further. I don't know, man.
I think it's fabulous.
People are saying that, honestly, Silent Hill 2 looks like trash.
And that was supposed to be one of the highlights of the show. People were saying they don't even like how it looks. Wow, that's not good. That's not a good sign right there, especially since that's an exclusive game to PlayStation. That's not a good look.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nobody thought Helldivers 2 was going to be the next big thing. Maybe Concord could be the next big thing.
Really? Oh man, they are hoping on a pro on that Concord game, that Overwatch clone. They really want that game to succeed. I think that game's gonna flop unless that game is like free to play, which Overwatch is free to play now, and that's like the main hero shooter game, and that's free to play. I don't know why PlayStation thinks that this game is gonna do better when it's not free to play. Very interesting tactic from PlayStation.
But I'm not going to be part of it if it is.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't care about most of these games so far.
Fanbase not giving a crap about most of the games being shown at the PlayStation event. Once again, I'm glad I have both consoles, because if you're a primarily PlayStation owner, that has to be pretty disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, they give you a showcase, and most people just saying it sucked. The games are uninteresting and multiplats. Now, don't get me wrong. There were a few games that looked great. Like after second viewing of the showcase, that Monster Hunter game was kind of piquing my interest, and I'm not really a big fan of Monster Hunter like that. I said in my previous video, but you know, this one got full voice acting and everything, so I might actually check that out. I might change my stance on that Monster Hunter game. It looks pretty interesting, but that is a multi-plat game I can play on my Xbox. So it's like PlayStation failing to deliver any type of like AAA content for their base. It's just getting sad, and they only can rely on remasters and remakes. And now the new thing is the PC ports, so not a good sign. Yeah, the best thing they have is Astrobot, which I guess it's just really pathetic when you think about it. It's just really pathetic, and people prefer the PlayStation over Xbox this generation. I just don't see how, but to each their own. I like the people have their own opinion, their own free will, but this is kind of like, it's by far Xbox is doing way better than PlayStation this generation. And it's like the only thing that's gonna sell PS5s is GTA 6. It's not even gonna be that Astrobot game that's gonna sell PS5s. It's not gonna be the Concord game. It's not gonna be any other exclusive game they release. It's gonna be GTA 6, which is gonna sell more PS5s, and that is truly pathetic. That they need a big third party game like GTA 6 to sell consoles. But they are the market leader mainly because of third party, not because of their own exclusives. So that's what people gotta say about this showcase. State of play, thumbs down. This is what you get when there's no competition. Now the Xbox is dead. How is Xbox dead when they just released Hellblade 2? They announced they're putting Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on Game Pass day one, and they're having a showcase very soon. So how are they dead exactly? They're doing more than PlayStation by far. At least with Xbox showcase, you're gonna get a lot of first party games at that showcase. It's gonna be new stuff at that, not just full out remasters and remakes. But this guy says PlayStation is dead. Wow, they showed you some what was that ridiculous game? That Sailor Moon magical girl nonsense. That was just embarrassing. When you know most of your fan base is grown men, that is something you show like after you show some mega big hits, home run games. That's when you show some of that nonsense stuff like that. You don't show that. I don't even know what it was even called. That the magical girl game, let's call it that. You don't show that like 3 games into the showcase. Really? This is just as embarrassing as they did the other showcase, which was just as bad when they showed the Baby Steps game when the dude was drunk and stumbling. Like, that game was terrible. Why would you? And they started the showcase off with that game. So This is just as embarrassing what people say Xbox is dead. When it's like, no, I think the writing's on the wall for PlayStation. Concord looks sick until it was revealed to be a 5v5. So you pretty much said the only thing about Concord that looked great was that it was a CGI cinematics. That's it. Monster Hunter, Astro Bot, and Dynasty Warriors looked dope. Everything else was meh. Total snooze fest. Holy crap. Now, why does PlayStation never read these comments? Are they just embarrassed by what their fans are saying about this, what the community is saying about their showcase? Because I don't know why they keep releasing these terrible showcases. By far, PlayStation has the worst showcases out of the big three companies. Out of Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. They have the worst showcases. It's like they are just completely out of tune with what gamers want with these terrible showcases. That was horrible. Astrobot was the only salvation. People are only saying they liked about 1 or 2 games at this showcase. The rest was just like awful. It's like, do they not have gamers like watching these showcases beforehand? Or people in the industry who play video games to tell you that these showcases are not great? I don't know why they just keep releasing these terrible showcases. A waste of time. Kinda mediocre. No rating possible. A+ for Astrobot, B for stuff like Alien VR and Monster Hunter, C for almost everything else. Then a huge L for Concord. Not even because it looks bad, but because the pacing of the presentation was atrocious by the end of the first 10 minutes. Yeah, the 30-minute showcase, they gave 10 minutes of it to one game. That was just like an Overwatch clone. That's just terrible. Let's see. Awful. Astrobot looks good. Overall state of play was well. Let's just say, hey, they were just trash. They're just wasting everybody's time. And even your diehard fan base, they don't even like the showcase. So what are you even doing this for at this point in time? Like, just I guess just to hit a check mark that you did something. It's like, if you're not gonna go all out and do something big, then why do it at all? And I think that's a good point to conclude that PlayStation is failing to show anything. It's still being a disappointment as usual. Sad to see because they are the current market leader. People will say that people would rather buy a PlayStation over Xbox. It's like, and I really don't understand why. Why the stuff they're delivering, it just baffles the mind. But those are just my thoughts and opinions. Well, apparently it's just not my thoughts because you see everybody score, they gave it a D. They said the show sucked. So I guess it's just not my opinion. But people don't want to admit the PlayStation, even though they're selling a lot of consoles, they're really the worst performing one out the big three right now. I mean, sure, they're selling consoles, but their performance-wise, they're not really trying to do anything right now. So, once again, just my thoughts. If you get butthurt, that's on you. But yeah, leave a comment down below. Leave a like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.